All right, Big. Welcome to the Dave Portnoy Show with Eddie and Company, presented by Taser. Make sure to pick up a Taser Strike Light or a Taser Plus. The Taser Strike Light is a rechargeable, high-powered flashlight that can repel an attacker through its electric stun gun feature. It literally combines a flashlight and a stun gun. Why would you have a flashlight without this feature, Dave?
Well, you'd be a moron, Eddie. That's why, because you can. I've already showed people, but this thing puts asses in the seats. You just do this and you run for the hills.
You like sparking that thing, huh?
I do like sparking it, and I know I shouldn't want to, I shouldn't want to stun gun the dog, but I do.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah.
Not a dog, the dog.
No, Nate Dogg, not a dog. I love dogs.
Yeah.
I love to see Nate Dogg squirm. He'd report me to HR so fast, though.
You would want him with that one, or do you want him with the Pulse Plus?
I haven't seen this one, what it does yet.
It like shoots out. You know what I mean?
Yo,
gives you the
so
little fires.
from The Hangover.
Yes, correct.
Exactly like that.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun to do that to Nate and watch him fall.
That's an extreme one. So that's that's a Taser Plus. It's the same personal defense device used by law enforcement. It shoots out 2 darts, delivers electricity, and incapacitates someone for 30 seconds at a time. Dave, where do the people got to go to get their hands on one of these?
Go to taser.com, use promo code Barstool, 15% off. Please note, limited number of states require a permit for use. Taser products not to be purchased for people in Hawaii or Rhode Island.
There you go. Go pick yourself up a Taser. All right, to kick things off, Dave, everyone's talking about it. Is Friday the last day on SiriusXM?
Yeah, it is. It is. It is.
Confirmed.
Yeah. But what did I get here? And I don't even know if I'm supposed to be talking about it, but yes, so I was told it was over and announced it on this show that Sirius and Barstool are going our separate ways, and we were going to take a step back. Like I talked to Dan, I think he's going to do, Yak, maybe on YouTube for a bit, so there's no interruption and people can do what they want. But we'll come back with some. And Eric is right. We just didn't want to put something together that was, half-assed. Come out with a lineup. The best way to get our fans as much content as possible, whether that's a new version of radio, YouTube, more pods, whatever it may be. We're going to probably take a month off or so and come back ready to roll. So, yes, Sirius is done. That was the conversation, and now there's a development, and I want to say a development. And by the way, let me be clear, no animosity, none. Like I've said that the entire time. We signed a contract with them. It was a 3-year deal. Contract's running out, and they're choosing not even to renew it. We want significantly more money, and they're choosing not to do that, and everybody has that right. I've been on the other side of that spectrum where I've said, you fulfill your contract and then you can go on and do your own thing. So no animosity. That's their choice. And only they know their business and what they want to do. So no animosity at all. But then I get this text for Erica, which says, Sirius came back and how much money would I need to do a show 4 times a week?
Ooh.
So I haven't even thought about it. I saw that. And to be honest, the number's going to be something that my answer to that, which I'm publicly saying, people are getting a look like, was it Dave Portnoy? You're getting a look into my brain because I haven't responded to that. But my initial inclination for a response to that question would be, I'm not making an offer. Like, if they want me, they should put something on paper that they know will make me an offer I can't refuse, like a Godfather offer. Like that's the only thing that's going to get me to do this is not, hey, this is what I need. Nah, not in this type of negotiation. We're already at the 9th, 10th hour. It's obvious we're not bluffing because as of 3 seconds ago, I thought we were just totally done and dead. But if Sirius wants me, and by the way, again, everyone's entitled to their own. I think I'm the number one free agent right now in the world.
Who's not really a free agent, but kinda.
Well, it's the contract's ending, And it's like, hey, if this is sports, this guy's about to go into the open market. It's not really an open market like you say, but Barstool is. So it's like Barstool's about to become free agent. If this was sports, this is like a generational free agent. So you're going to have to make a generational offer. That's how I view us. That's how I view me. I said this the other day, and I'm not people mistaken. Like my dad, your ego. It's not ego. I'm at the height of my powers right now. Like not only are we as popular as we've ever been, but it's all like good. That's very rare for us. Usually when we're in the news, it's like bad, but it's universally like we're beloved right now. Who knows how long that lasts, but I've never felt like more people are very aware of who I am and what Barstool is. So no, I'm not going to make you an offer, serious. Like
Now,
you
is
better
that a tactic by you? Or is that one of the things where you just kind of getting inside your brain here as a negotiation thing? Do you always believe the offer should be made first?
No.
Or is this significant circumstance?
I don't believe the offer should always be made first. I'll do it either way. But this is a situation where I haven't seen anything remotely close to what I'd even start to consider. For me to do a show 4 times a day, that's a lot. Like that's a big commitment. It becomes kind of the number one thing on my schedule. And if you want me to do it correctly, because I don't want to not do it correctly, like get me all in, fine. I'm going to try to make the best show I can ever make, and I want it to be awesome, and there's going to be a lot of thought, a lot of people involved. I don't want to half-ass it. They'll
definitely negotiate. I know Stern, he's 3 days a week now. I believe he takes the whole month of August off. I think he gets at least 1 week off per month. So there's a lot of wiggle room there, I know.
Like I haven't even promoted necessarily offline, hey, come listen to the show. If you want me to do this that much, you're going to have to make me an offer where, let's say Penn, what we did with Penn, right? Like they got it and created something where there's no doubt like where my interests lie in how much I have to promote and do, and I think we've seen the results. It's like $1 billion return, literally. So if they want that type of effort from me and that type of commitment, it's just going to have to be an offer. Like I see it, I'm like, yep, there it is. No negotiate more. But and for better for worse, and again, people could be like, hey, Dave, you're crazy. Like you don't. I view myself currently in the category of people I've known they've paid like hundreds of millions of not hundreds, but like a shit ton of money. I view myself in that category.
No, I mean, it's funny you should say that because just today, Dan Le Batard dropped his new show that's on the same feed, but he went private. You know, he got away from ESPN, and he's like, hey, we're trying to be the network now. You know, it's Rogan, Portnoy, Simmons, you know, Barstool, those
he
three.
Said that?
Kind of, yes, he said you and he said Barstool.
Right. So that we're there, and you want the 6 1/2 dozen, but one, however you want to look at it, you want me to commit. You haven't shown, and again, I don't know that I would either, but you haven't shown an ounce along the way that you understand the power of this brand and me. So why I'm not going to give you an offer. You make me an offer that I'm like, yep, you understand what we are, and I do it. But we're not even fucking close to that. So no, I'm not going to make an offer. What do you want to say? 100 million? Is that the offer? Fine. 100 million. All right, fine. I'll tell Eric right now, 100 million.
I think that would be fair, right? I think, and you let me know. Obviously,
I just texted her 100 million. I assume I don't know how many years that is. How much?
100 per year.
How much does Stern get per year?
100 per year. I think one contract he got like 80 per year.
Okay. 100 million then. And would I, if they're like, hey, we can do 90, would I do it? Yeah. But let's set the thing. This is what I'm talking about. Like,
so 1 year, 100 million.
If you just said Stern's 100 million, yeah, I want to be spitting distance of him. So I texted Eric. I said 100 million.
Yeah, and I don't want to get too far into semantics, but his deal is also like he pays his staff out of it and shit.
Fine. Again, I'm willing to do that. If it's like 100 million, fine. I got to pay fucking our staff. Okay. But let's set the standard of where we view ourselves. So I said, I answered. I just answered live, 100 million.
Yeah, but aren't you, and I think you are in that situation now where if we did just take it to YouTube, like that. Almost, I know it creates more logistics from sales and everything like that, but you see with all these fucking, you're in the game now with these Cali kids and
These
fucking,
Cali kids, oh yeah, fucking 100%.
like they're fucking doing it.
Would argue, Rogan does it for sure, but like Stern doesn't go down like we go down. You know what I'm saying? Like we go into his crowd, but he doesn't come into our crowd. Like, and I don't know what Sirius is doing necessarily. And again, I'm looking at this pragmatically. What are they going to do when Stern goes away? If we're not there and Stern's not there, what do they got?
That's why I'm curious. Like, obviously Spotify's guzzling all the podcasts. Like, at what point do they kind of get into that? Like, what would it take for them to be like, hey, fine, we want you on live radio, but we also want the podcast network?
that again, I think were discussions we had, but that's an astronomical number.
It's a lot.
Like, you might as well just try to, like, before Penn bought us, like, we had mentioned it, but again, we weren't close. And they know us. They know the numbers were on the station, so they have their decisions, and I'm not going to question because I think they're smart people over there. But I think we view things, obviously, from a numbers perspective, very far off.
Yeah, and I guess maybe that's the divide where they're like, hey, we still want to stick to live maybe, but I don't know.
100 million, there's the number.
Did Erica respond?
Great.
Great. All right, so
it sets the stage. Like if I think we're done because I mean it's so far off from anything else. But if they come back and they're like, is there wiggle room? Then we have a discussion on our hands.
Do you have don't say obviously because you're not going to, but do you have a number in your head that if they countered that you'd say it?
Well, if they do a counter that's not like, if they take that number seriously and they counter, we'd get something done. If they don't take it, it's like, well, we'll give you 50. That's not seriously, Like that, I've very clearly just said I think I should be within spitting distance of the other people that you just nailed. I didn't know that Lepetard said that. Simmons, Portnoy, Stern, we're there. So why do you think I'm going to do it for like 10 cents? I don't know. Yeah,
especially 4 days. Like
it's a huge commitment.
You don't want to do that, really, right?
No, but when you get me, you get me. You get this. You get Caleb. You just go. Like if you're going to pay that money, I'm going to give you everything I got. I'm going to die for you on that field.
Yep, for sure. And kind of in the same vein here, while we're talking radio, did you see your guy Joe Zerbano resigned at WEEI?
He's a rat. I did. I was too busy. I'm too busy spreading positivity with the Barstool Fund to worry about that rat. I did see like Kirk. I got more Kirk trying to be like, Kirk is right. I told you it would be the worst decision. No, Kirk. I was right. I was on the Zambrano rat train while you were still working there, happily employed. That guy's a rat. I knew he was a rat when he tried to steal Carabas from us while he was under contract. And Carabas, being the idiot he is, he's like, I wasn't planning on leaving. I just gave him his contract so he could see how he could break it. He's like, what are you talking about, Carabas? And first of all, you rat, Zambrano, know you're dealing. Carabas is my son. I invented Carabas. Carabas is afraid to make a move. He's afraid to sneeze without my permission. I said, Carabas hasn't been around the office lately. He showed up the next day. He fucking hitchhiked here in the wee hours of the morning just because he knew he was under fire. So to think you're going to get Carabas to break his contract, what a rat. So, yeah, listen, I've outlived so many people at that network, at that station, and it's great to see.
Was that one of the original stations? That was Ordway, right?
That was Ordway. That was that midget, Jason Wolf, who kicked me off the air without having the decency to even tell me. I read it in a press release, all because I think I said Brady's kid has a dong. How that worm has turned. Now he's me and Brady out having fucking crackers and cheese, and I don't know what Jason Wolf does. Hopefully he's very successful.
Has Brady hit you up at all these past couple days?
He DM'd me after the first round, after they beat Washington, saying congrats on the fund. I said congrats on the W.
Did he respond?
No, not after that. It was just a quick exchange.
Congrats on the W. I mean, you're in quite the conundrum, I feel.
With Aaron?
Yeah, you're completely you're boxed every way. So even if Brady wins and say Buffalo wins, you're on record saying I will always root for Brady as long as they don't play the Patriots.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know I was going to become best friends with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you're boxed in. You're making too many relationships, Dave.
I know. He texted me the other day, yesterday. Let's see what he said. Let me pull it up real fast. See what we got here. Probably don't like me reading his text. I said, want to try to do a call together today? We got to call business. He said, yes, I do, best friend.
He said that to you?
Yeah. We're best friends.
So who are you rooting for?
Good football. I'm rooting for number 12.
A nice, clean game, a high offensive powered game.
I'm rooting for 12.
They're both 12.
Correct.
You're
Last guy to have the ball wins. That's what I'm rooting for.
You're getting boxed in. You're getting boxed in.
Sorry, I have problems that I have highfalutin best friends. I wish you can have worse problems than two of the best quarterbacks of all time both call you their best friends. Sorry.
You could have worse problems. Speaking of worse problems, speaking of big problems, speaking of bad problems, the Mets GM.
Yeah, he sent 72 unanswered texts and a dong.
62. Not sure if it matters, but 62.
And a dong shot. What's this guy doing? What is this guy doing? And by the way, it's 1,000%. I read it, and at first I'm like, okay, she's answering in a way that I would continue along, like winky face, like we'll see you tomorrow. But then she cuts him off, and he keeps going, and it seemed like, you back a tiger into the corner, you back this guy into the corner, you just dong. It's like when in doubt, he's like, nothing's working. He's throwing everything at her. Change-ups, fastballs, splitters, curveballs. She's just bad on the shoulder, taking them all. Ball 1, ball 2, ball 3. He's like, dong.
He sent in 12 pictures of his resort.
I want to know what hotel's the best hotel in, he's like, I'm at the best hotel in the country in California. What hotel is that? What hotel is the best hotel in the country?
I'm curious about that too. What's your protocol? What's Dave Portnoy's protocol? How many missed texts or how many texts consecutively before you're out?
I think I did the longest one recently, actually, which was 3.
I think that's general standard where you should be.
And it wasn't like it was a girl in Miami who it was brought to my attention. She's like, she saw you at this place, thought you were good looking and wants to hang out. Then she came up and met up, but I was preoccupied. And then I slid into her DMs. She responded with a hey and a hearty thing. And that was back in Miami and 3. It's hey, in Miami, blah, blah, blah. Nothing, no dongs. You're not getting I don't lead with dong. Or even close with dong.
He led with bulge, not dong.
Right. No, I won't. I have to be well communicated with to start going below the belt.
Do you lead with bulge though or no?
Oh, lead with bulge?
Yeah, where you pop in hey, here's me in that.
No.
My tiger print uniform.
No. If things are going well, but I won't be the first to send a fucking dong. No way.
Are you firing off the cock a lot, Dave?
I mean, I'll let it sling. My cock's out there.
Yeah, really, your cock's out. That's kind of crazy. Your cock hasn't been seen by the public.
Well, I mean, I have 2 sex tapes. What do I get to lose?
Yeah, I know you've nothing to lose, but that's just mostly short knee position,
Yeah, whatever. It's what do I care? If we're slinging stuff, we're slinging stuff. Girl ass, I'm not gonna be no.
How many?
Unlimited. I'm an old guy. There's a lot of dong shots out there.
A lot of offense.
Yeah, yeah. But they're not. They're not it's not here's the tip off. We win the tip. Dong. I mean, that's not how it works. I trust everybody I've sent it to. It's
Yeah.
Not this guy, not 62 unanswered, and then 63rd is dong.
Yeah, you'll go in, maybe a little naughty conversation, and then
Yeah.
warm it up.
Right. It escalates.
There you go. I'm surprised not that I'm surprised one of those haven't leaked out though.
The only people who leak stuff is generally like people I don't know well, and they're setting me up. But there's not dong because they I've told you before. Those will be somebody who slides into my DM, says hello, tries to act like they're interested. I respond, and then they cut the top, and they'll make it seem like I led. I rarely am like the instigator. Rarely.
Yeah.
And at this point, who fucking cares what's out there? I mean, whatever. Dong gets out, dong gets out.
There are no worries about what the fuck's out there. Obviously.
Yeah, right. Who knows? Yeah. And how do you like identify a dong if my face isn't in it?
You don't do like the hand behind the head, like squatting position in the mirror.
Not really. No.
Oh, not
squatting
really.
in the mirror.
Yeah.
I don't do mirror pics.
Oh, you don't?
No.
How about Gaz? You ever take a nice one of you?
Oh, who?
Paul? Does
No.
he ever get involved?
No. He's in here. He's definitely got dong pics out there too.
He's fired him off too, you think?
100%.
1,000%.
How many people on the Nantucket Island saw the dong?
What, you mean girls?
Yeah.
No, it's not that. It's like, again, a misconception. I don't talk to that many people.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting deep into dongs.
Yeah, we are. I mean, Sirius is sitting around listening to this serious conversation on what it takes to get the job done, and then it's a quick shift to dongs. Quite the transition. They're like, they're going to pay this guy $100 million.
That's how Stern made $100 million.
I guess.
It's true. Did you see Clem's reaction to the video?
To what video?
To the news about Jared Porter.
No.
It was pretty good. You should check that out. And then I don't know if it's true or not, Gaz. You might be able to attest to this. Joey Langone admitted to eating Casey's meatballs. Did you know about this story?
Who's Joey Langone? What?
Who's Joey?
He's a social guy.
Joey, yeah, works KFC radio.
I thought that was like the pitcher from Reading. That's a guy who we faced in high school, Joey Langone, who was fucking awesome. One loss in his career. It was to us.
No, Joey Langone is a social guy. He's
the guy with the stutter.
Yes.
Okay.
So apparently Casey brought it, made like meatballs and like rolled them up, put them in a Tupperware, threw it in the fridge, and someone ate them. So he said I don't know if he was joking or not, because he was joking in regards to like the Mets thing.
It's impossible to tell when he's joking because of that stutter.
Yeah. But I mean, it was a tweet.
Oh.
What's your take on that? The office etiquette over there. People just fucking.
You should not be eating other people's food. No.
Is that like something that would warrant? At what point does that become a problem for you? Like, are you gonna have a sit down?
I mean, it is news to me, but it doesn't really concern. This is a one-on-one, so I wouldn't. I mean, if I see Joey Langone in the office, I'll be So he officially ate them?
He might have been kidding, but he said he did.
Is he on that type of relationship with anybody that he can like kid and people are like, oh, there's Joey Langone, like being funny?
I think
again.
so. He's a funny dude.
He is?
Yeah, he's a beloved person here.
Oh, Joey Langone is?
Yeah, inside of Barstool.
I literally didn't even know who he was. I mean, know who he is now that we know, but I didn't know his name. I literally thought he was a pitcher.
I think he's pretty damn good at social too, right, Gaz?
Yeah, he's got a lot of very funny tweets. By the way, the etiquette sucks in this office because people just steal shit off your desk. Trista stole my charger. K. Marco is storming around the office. Half of his shit was gone because he hasn't been here in a while.
Well, K. Marco has no one to blame, but if you don't show up for 3 months, that's not people taking your stuff. That's you're dead. So nobody to blame there.
What's Riggs' desk look like nowadays?
He probably don't have one. That's my point.
We've lost a lot of soldiers during COVID. Where's YP? Where's Riggs? Where's Keith?
Keith has re-showed up. Who knows about YP?
Is there a so it's just chaos there, huh, Gas?
I don't know. Chaos. People just not showing up. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, YP. Who fucking knows? Yeah, last time I talked to him, he said he was going through some personal stuff. I don't know. Nobody's fallen off the map more and gone like. Is he posting anything? Nothing. So I think he knows his days are probably numbered here.
The brand's just on pause?
We literally, I got off interviews yesterday with outdoors people, and we'll be hiring people, I think, very shortly.
Wow.
I mean,
to
what?
Kind of expand it?
What?
But
Well,
last time we
how
talked-
about expand it? How about do something? How about just do something? Like we got to suspend YP getting paid because that's a federal crime, basically what he's doing to us right now. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just haven't heard from him. I've had one email from him during this entire thing being like, I'm going home. I think he said he'll be here right after New Year's, but going through personal issues, and maybe he is. But I mean, I don't know what planet he's on.
But isn't this kind of a similar situation like you went through with Kirk, maybe? I don't know what happened there and whatnot, but
Kirk Minahan?
yeah, and I know he was obviously
Well, Kirk's like, I don't know what the official word is for him. He has mental issues though. Like, but I don't, if YP is to the level Kirk is at, I'm unaware of that. Like,
Gotcha.
Kirk checks himself into like mental institutions, and he'll text be like, mental time. I'll see you when I see you, which I get, and we give him the time he needs. But that's very well documented. If that's what's going on with YP, I have no idea. He didn't say that. He said other people were going through some issues, but it wasn't like Kirk having dark thoughts. But like, if that's news to me, that's not what I'm under the impression.
okay. That's what I thought, but
What do you mean you
regardless,
thought? By what I said, or someone said that?
I thought it was something. One of the last times we talked, where it's like, "Hey, is there an update?" You're like, "Hey, he's going through some mental health stuff." So it's just kind of.
Oh,
like,
I don't
hey,
think I said
once-
mental health, personal
no?
issues like around him, but I didn't think it was him.
Okay.
But Kirk,
All right.
I mean, Kirk's very upfront. He's like, "Yep, I'm having the dark thoughts again. I'm going to take some time off or going to an institution or whatever he does to just clear himself up," which we're obviously fine with. And then if YP reached out, he's like, "I'm same." Now we're probably giving him the playbook to do it, but he hasn't said that. He said he's going to be here right after the new year.
Speaking of Kirk, I saw you tweet at their account. What was it last week? Blind Mike was saying like how he was talking about your relationship. Did you see that? You tweeted back at them. You're like, "This fucking guy's still around" or something like that.
Yeah, well, I thought he took time off. I don't know. Blind Mike he the least accountable human who ever lived in my mind. Like everything that Blind Mike perceives he's being treated unfairly or gone through, he brings on himself. That's just a fact.
All right, to switch gears here a little bit. Michigan is live
Yep. Friday. Goes live Friday.
Friday.
Yep.
Sorry. So what's that exactly mean?
So this will be our second state where you can gamble with Barstool Sportsbook. So if you're in Pennsylvania or Michigan, you can place bets legally on Barstool Sportsbook. It goes live Friday. You can sign up, deposit money now, and you'll be able to bet it in Michigan. Every new deposit starting today and then through Sunday, as long as you bet it, and you can only bet it Friday to Sunday, Penn will match whatever you deposit and bet, first-time depositors in Michigan, and deposit it into the Barstool, do a check to the Barstool Fund for local business. So we should be able to raise a ton of money, but it's huge. The second state, people have been waiting. When are we going to do our second state? Second state, second state. Well, it's here. I'm actually, after this podcast, jumping on a plane, going to Michigan. I'll be staying at the Greek Casino basically for a month. A lot of us, Dan's flying out later in the week. I think, Eddie, you said you may come. I just got a text. Elio's coming. So we got a good.
Fuck yeah, I'm definitely going now.
Yeah, we got a good crew coming out there. We're going to be live streaming, betting, doing the damn thing. So I'm excited. I mean,
awesome.
Poor Dave has Michigan, not nice weather, fine. It's a little different. I just packed like sweatshirts and like sweatpants and live in a casino and gamble my face off. I'm excited.
No, Greektown's supposed to be fucking awesome.
Yeah,
too.
it's very nice. I've been there. I think it's their nicest casino, Vegas style casino.
But are you like kind of prepared though? You got to like to move for a month. I mean, I know you knew that this is it, and you're fucking pedal to the metal. But
I don't listen. Dave Portnoy doesn't have time to think, prepare. He just acts. So I went home. I get a call. I'm up Liz's ass because I'm like, Liz, I need businesses to call. Like, I can't wait. We got to save small business, and I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. But yeah, I literally packed my bags this morning. I was waiting for the call. I got the call, the bat phone. I hung it up. It's like, all right, let's go. We're ready to roll.
Go.
I just go. Now we're gonna light Michigan up, light that state up. I went to school there. Some may know. I'm going to be in Ann Arbor. I'm going to be eating pizza in East Lansing. I'm going to be all over that state, crisscrossing like I'm running for fucking governor.
Are you concerned about the Wolverine fan base not kind of having your back or what?
No, listen, if you're a true Wolverine, And a true Michigan man, I'm the only guy you can turn to.
Anything planned with Mr. Michigan, Kid Rock?
No, I got to tell him we're going there. He knows
Gotta
we're
get
coming.
a review with him.
Yeah, and we got a couple big announcements, and I don't know when they're coming. So should I just say them now? And I'm sure they're going to announce in their own way, but I'm sick of waiting, so I'm just going to say it.
Fuck yeah.
But 2 people who we have signed, people like, oh, Dave, how are you going to grow? Nick Merckx and Logan Paul are now both Barstool guys for the sportsbook.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa is right.
What does that mean, though?
It means when they go high, I go low. It means let the other companies spend on fucking advertising and stupid ads. I'll get influencers with real followings who understand our brand. So now they are just like how we're exclusive to the Barstool Sportsbook and we push the fuck out of it. Those 2 are doing the same to their audiences.
Damn. So, but they're so like.
Nick Merckx just announced it actually 5 minutes ago. He announced it at 2. He's got 62,000 people watching him live on Twitch announcing. Just happened at 2.
The
I mean,
brain.
it's a great play, but I'm just like,
It's a
what are they going to do?
play. It's a play where, like, all of our competitors, picture them in a room, and they're all, struggling and throwing, we got this and we got that, and they're pushing, and they look around like, Dave's not even in the room. Where's Dave? I'm doing a secret meeting they don't even know exists in a part of the country they don't even know is part of this country. Like, I'm doing things on such levels that you can't compete. Like, it's like, why isn't Dave bidding on this ad and trying to get the Super Bowl in this band? Because Dave's doing things you didn't even fucking knew existed, buddy. That's why.
Did these meetings take place when you went to LA a couple months ago?
I've been working on this for a while, Eddie. Penn is an old school company. It's like, hey, we want Logan Paul. Isn't he the guy? Like, a quick Google search, like a suicide force? Yeah, that's the guy. Don't worry about it. Like, he's my guy. So I actually want to have him on this pod. I've been running around like crazy. But yeah, I mean, these are real guys. And I judge it. That's why. See, how my mind works, Eddie? It's like when I went out to L.A., I went out to L.A. for a very specific reason, to scout L.A. Like, I'm not a networker. I was out there for one reason and one reason only, to scout LA. The Penn guys met me there. I went on impulsive because I'm like, let me see how this reaction. I want to see how real this audience is, how real the influence is. And it was real. Like, people, I know it. I feel it. I touch it. I know what real influence is. He has it. So right after the podcast, which I didn't say with Logan, it's like, hey, we're talking about, like, I'm looking to bring people on. Like, I'm looking to create an army of the best influencers this country has to offer. And listen, DraftKings is great, FanDuel's great. They don't know how to talk to these people. Not these people. I do. I'm like the OG of this space. So they're all like, yep, tell us. We want, like, we're in. We trust you. We know what you do. And, Logan's tied in. The better the fucking Penn stock does, the better he does. Like, just like us.
So it's a stock option deal?
I'm not going to get into detail, but it is exactly what I just said. Like, it's not like, hey, here's a check. No, we're like, he wants us to be big. We're going to be big. Like, listen, he was talking this deal, and whether it happens, the schedule is like, all right, we did the deal. You want to, like, call the Mayweather fight with Snoop? Like, that's the type of shit we're talking. Like, what is that Lady Gaga song? You're so 2008. You're so 2000 and late. Like, these fools don't know what I'm doing. That's why, like, I love when people are like, hey, Penn stock downgrade. Like, you fools. You fucking fools. You know what Nick Merckx from? Do you know his hometown?
No.
Detroit.
That's big.
Come on.
That's big.
Come
Damn,
on.
dude. So, but because those people are
Hey, Blake,
though.
want to do a pizza review this week? Who? Blake Griffin? Yeah, okay, good. See you Thursday.
That's big.
For free.
But you know what I mean, though? These people are so, like, high level, like, we're independent. Like, we don't want, that's when I remember someone asked Logan Paul to fight a Rough and Rowdy. He's like, yeah, I'll do it. And he turned around. He's like, for my own network. I'm not doing it for you guys.
Totally.
So that's like no concern about that.
See this? This
Yeah.
here, Penn, the stock symbol. I don't even want to tell you how much money I've made this year, Eddie, on this fucking stock. When you start, it's a lot. Now, I can't cash it out yet because I'm in long term, just like a lot of these deals we try to structure. But There's nobody. I don't care who you fucking are. You can be fucking David Beckham. When you start saying, like, look what we do, look what I do, look what Barstool does, look at the returns you can get, this is the beginning of a legalized vice, and you start putting a story together, and who's better than us at the internet? Nobody. People listen.
Do you guys want to see the announcement clip?
Yeah, I want to see this fucking announcement clip.
Michelangelo's got it.
Let's watch it. I'm gonna fucking probably come. And sorry. You're really killing it here, Michelangelo. You just smoked my ears.
Partnering up with Barstool 2021. Let's get it. Oh yeah, baby. And we got some shit coming to you. Let's get it. The sports book, everything we've been doing and talking about, bro. Oh my God. Wait on it. Now, I don't have all the juicy stuff here for you guys today, okay? But going forward, I just wanted to announce it, say that we're going to be partnering up with them. There's a lot of stuff that we had to do to get it to this point, man. So a lot of the work is already done. Big shout out to Portnoy, Big Cat, the whole Barstool team, man, for partnering up with the M-Fam and myself. It's going to be a lit 2021 trust. We got a lot of cool stuff coming, okay?
I love it. I'm tweeting at him right now. Listen. This is what we do here. And it's not like some crazy guy. He was on PMT. And when I don't know, I wasn't intimately familiar. I'm not a gamer. But guess what show he's on? He's on Pardon My Take. I went up to Hank. I went up to Dan. I'm like, Nick Marks, tell me everything you know. Brain dump. Like one of the biggest fucking jumps in listeners they ever had for any guest. By the way, they've had huge fucking guests. They're like, we had like 100,000 like new fucking subs when he was on. It's like, ooh, that's needle moving shit. And I get on it. It's like, all right, let's fucking set it up. Let's talk to him. Let's get this fucking thing going. I was talking to him then when we were together at the gambling house in Philly, like up in that room. Like I'm like, I need a minute. I got to talk to my guy Nick Merckx. And we just went back and forth. And then I got to convince the Penn people. It's like, yeah, just trust me. And credit to Penn. They're just like JCO. They trust. I'm like, just trust me, this guy's right. Like, I'm only going to put people in front of you that are fucking home runs. We're not going to fucking put, like, little fucking influencers and dick dockers and those. I'm going to put home runs in front of you, and we're going to fucking go get them. And that's what we did.
Yeah, and it's kind of been bubbling. Like, I think he tweeted at you guys a pic, like, 3 weeks ago or something. So you could see this Logan Paul.
Yeah, it has been fucking bubbling.
Yeah. The Logan Paul thing. And, like, I think people, like, have a very negative connotation of him for some reason, but well, actually not for some reason, you know why. But if you watch his new podcast, like I actually think
smart.
He's like
and he wanted when I was on there and we talked after, and it's like, all right, we're getting this guy's like, I'm looking for it. It's like, I want to be in the business side. I want input on how to like dominate the internet. I've been doing it forever. Like, I don't just want to be some guy you just give money to. He's like, I want to be part of this and fucking make this thing fucking King Kong. That's what we're looking for. That's what I'm telling you. We haven't even fucking started with Penn. Like, we really haven't. Like, we've had this COVID thing. We can't use their casinos. We can't do that shit. So, and the influencer thing, everything's been slow because how many influencers and people do you want to bring on when you're in one state? But now things are starting to come. Michigan's Friday. I already know what state's next, Eddie. You'll probably fucking like it. So it's like we're getting this thing rolling. And once we start going downhill, people can run to the left and one to the right. But I'm turning the steering wheel towards them and I'm running them over. I'm going out of my way to run them over.
I love it. Yeah. Him and his buddy Mike, they're sharp dudes. It's going to be good. It's a great move. Before we get going, though, Dave, we got to talk about Roman. Most guys would try different ways to last longer in bed. But obviously, you got to use the swipes, right, Dave?
Yeah. If you're going to send those dong shots.
Dong shots. You better wipe it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Clinically proven.
Get that glimmer. Like, did you see the thing, Alec Monopoly, that what we're selling, his design? Did you see what I did with that yesterday? It's unbelievable.
I did.
So Alec Monopoly is like a very famous graffiti artist, huge in Miami. I'd never heard of him before I went to Miami, but the guy is like, sells his art for fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more. And then you start noticing him. He's in New York. He's everywhere. He designed Barstool Fund. Like, he did a print. We're going to sell, I think, 3,000 prints for $500 each and 2,000 hoodies. The design is unbelievable. He's got this filter that it sparkles, like the design sparkled. You got to get that for the dick shots. You got to put
That'd be good.
That's what made me think. You wipe it down, you get the sparkles on the dong, bang.
That's good stuff for the dick show.
I don't know how to do that filter.
Sparkly dick filter?
It's just sparkly.
Find out.
Michelangelo
I'll find out.
help you
I'm
out.
on it. I'm on it.
Sparkly. but the Alec Monopoly is the number one or close to it for merch for sure. The amount of people who are like, need it, it'll sell out, I bet, within like a minute or 2 minutes. And the hoodies are $300 each.
Oh, yeah. They look cool. It looks very cool. So, clinically proven way to last longer in bed. They're effective, easy to use, and fast acting. Don't require a prescription. Go get some at GetRoman.com/Portnoy. You need your first month of swipe for just $5 when you choose a monthly plan. That's GetRoman.com/Portnoy. Speaking of like influencers and shit, I was with KFC on on Twitter. I was watching him, but I was completely mesmerized by your guy Michael, or Josh Richards' guy Michael.
Growing.
Up 3% since the announcement, by the way.
Since what announcement?
Mercs.
That can't be right.
That is.
Literally like five.
You have to pull it up like by minute.
Up 3% just from Mercs?
Well, I don't know that if it's because of that, but the timing matches up.
I mean, I'd say so.
Half an hour.
I'd say so.
It's a nice bump.
Yeah. Should I just tag Logan? Be like, yo, we're coming. Like, this is just people got to be like, oh, no, they're coming. They said they were coming, and now they're coming. It's like they're coming from the Highlands.
I mean, I don't know, but
What is that movie? Is it?
The Droves?
No, when like they called out for help and they don't think anyone's coming, and then all of a sudden, like everybody comes. Is it Star Wars? I think it's Star Wars.
One of the most recent ones.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mhm.
It's Star Wars.
All of like the regular people in the universe band together.
Right.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Right. Steamroller
Is that
coming through.
one of the new stars, is that a Mandalorian thing?
No, it's not Mandalorian.
It was the most recent actual Star Wars within that whole series.
Got you. Well, yeah, that Gruen guy, he's like, I went to his Instagram, and he's got pictures with like Cuban and all like.
Listen, he's one of the most mysterious, obnoxious, interesting humans who ever walked the world. He may be the most interesting man in the world that you don't want to spend more than 30 seconds with.
He'd be a great content guy, though. It seems like from afar,
He's everywhere. He is everywhere. And it's like you meet him as like, this guy full of shit. He's not, but he definitely is, but he's not. But he is, but he's not.
He's mesmerizing.
Yeah.
As KFC said. 1,000 pizza review. Big milestone.
Yeah. It's a long time, a lot of eating pizza, that's for sure. It was a great review, too.
I guess the big questions everyone asks, and we'll just kind of say it here, too. What do you do with the leftovers?
I try to give it away. If there's no one there, I throw it away. Like that one I really like, so we ate a lot of it.
And Frankie will have one, I assume?
Yeah, he'll try it if it's very good.
And then is the roof of your mouth, like, is that permanently fucked or what?
No, I'm just a pro. I know how to eat now. Like, I occasionally I'll burn it, but, like, no, it's in good shape. I haven't burned it in a while. Also, when it's winter, it's like you bring it out, you talk for, like, 3 seconds, and it cools down because it's ice cold.
Did you, the CNN, how'd that hit go?
Great. And I always say I'll go on any network anytime. The lady who interviewed me, I think, was very pro Barstool and gave me a fair interview, and I think it went great.
And nothing since? It's been just kind of...
I don't know if I have another CNN interview on the docket. I've been doing a lot of press for this fund. Lots of press. More press than I've ever done by a mile.
Did the fund see a bump after that?
Maybe slightly, but I only noticed now like $1 million bumps, so it wasn't anything like that.
And that's Ernie Bach. Who exactly
Ernie Bach
is
he gave $1 million unsolicited. He is a auto magnate. He owns like the Auto Mile in Norwood, Mass. I've known about him forever. I used to try to get him to advertise way back in the day. Never got close. So it's ironic that, finally got to talk to him and he donated $1 million.
Someone had a
great.
funny way to describe Ernie Bach to people that aren't from Massachusetts, and he said basically he owns every car for sale in Massachusetts. Every one.
Well,
And he's like in the commercials and shit too, right?
yeah. He doesn't have Herb Chambers.
No, but that was
Yeah.
just like the
Yeah,
way to describe it.
yeah. For the most part.
The Jazz donated. Second professional team. Did we get another one yet or no?
The Jazz did donate. The Islanders owner, Ledecky, donated, but privately. It wasn't through the Islanders. They wanted to make it clear the distinction. He did that from himself personally.
There are also a bunch of other people chipped in. The Minifans raised $90K. Do you have anything to say to them?
Eddie, what are you trying to make me look bad and get that? I quote tweeted and said, "Great job."
They want the great job, so I'm just giving them
I
a
gave it
double
to him.
great job.
I gave it to him.
I'm trying to get them double good job. Great jobs here.
You're really fucking sucking the Minifans' dicks. Listen, great job at the Minifans. They've shown time and again that they step up for charity.
Yeah. Jimmy's, the youth hockey team, the Breakers, a lot of.
I
other
had to
people
mute
chipping in,
and I had to mute and block Matty Walsh.
Why?
He was carrying on 9,000 conversations in my mentions.
So you just completely blocked
Well, I
him?
couldn't exist. He was like, he did this thing. He got $1 retweet, but it's like, take me off of that. I don't want he's like, hey, will you retweet this? Yes, you're an original Team Portnoy guy, but come on, dude, you're killing my mentions.
Explain that picture is going to be explain that video today. It's NFL based, 2015, 5-6 years ago. So Michelangelo, if you could play that real quick.
Okay. I'll try not to blow everyone's ears off. I have it pulled up.
It's a great one, Dave.
Oh, Flacco. So the Ravens were like the Pats' rival at that point, and people were saying like Joe Flacco's elite and he's better than Brady and this and that. And it's a playoff game, tight game, whole game. Flacco threw a pick in the end zone to basically end it, and that was my reaction.
And it was almost gone, right? I believe it was on Vine.
Yeah, I don't know how we got that back, to be honest.
There was a lot of concern that the oh my God, I can't believe the Flacco video was gone forever.
Yeah. Well, that's you can't recreate that. I mean, that was like, I was so happy.
That was a legendary one because people were like, "Ooh, Flacco, like he's got their number."
Yeah, it was. I threw the pick in the end zone.
That was big. Alex Cooper dunked on Jose Canseco.
Big time. I thought about that. Poor Jose.
Why?
Poor Jose. He's just like, this guy had the world at his fingertips, and now he's sliding into Cooper's DMs getting fucking dunked on. I can probably pull chicks right now better than Jose Canseco. Well, that's wrong.
Yeah, but
he's Jose.
Yeah, but he wrote juice. This is pretty self-inflicted.
Yeah. Well, you think that's why Alex Cooper's not interested? No, because she's like, who are you? You're a nobody.
Yeah.
I don't think Alex Cooper is like, well, you juice, so I'm out. You tattled on other players, so and for that reason, I'm out. I don't think that
Yeah,
was,
you're like the Bash Brothers.
I don't think that was going through her head. She was thinking, who's this fucking weirdo?
Yeah, you're like Bash Brothers 40-40 Club, fucking slapping high fives. McGuire should carry more weight.
Yeah, it should.
No.
Wasn't he first 30-30 guy?
Yeah, 30-30 or 40-40.
40-40, actually, I think.
I think it was 40-40.
Yeah.
Have you seen Ozzie Guillen get in the mix?
He wants to beat up Jose?
Dude, you know Ozzie Guillen.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
obviously in Chicago, so I'm more familiar with it, but he's the most electric guy ever.
Yeah.
We got to get him at Rough and Rowdy somehow.
Why does he hate Jose so much?
I don't know. They have this long-standing beef where he just wants to beat his ass. So I don't know if you put him on the call with you guys or what, but he came to our office one time, Ozzie Guillen, and he sat in our office, our little shitbox office, for 6 hours, and just literally 6 hours, talked the whole time. And then Chief and White Sox Dave ran into him at breakfast that Friday. He's like, "Who the fuck are you guys?" It was great. It was great. He is electric. I saw Deke tweet something about significant others being at the office. I didn't really know what that was about. Did you see that?
Big Ev had his girlfriend here for 3 or 4 days.
Oh,
I don't know the reason, but Deke tweeted, "It's crazy that Vivo Stool won't tweet about this," but they tweeted that clip of radio when Mantis had that date
Yeah.
at the bar.
Yeah. What? I didn't know that Ev was doing that. That's news to me. Why was Ev having his girlfriend here? What were they doing?
Apparently, like when he was on radio, like she was just sitting at his desk, like just not doing anything. But I have no idea why she was here. But apparently, it was like 3 or 4 days out of the week.
That's crazy.
What, that he would do that, or just that
Why?
she was
Why?
going-
Yeah. Like what? What? Why are you having a girlfriend at the office?
People were looking for a comment about Goatee Week for the Yak. Did you enjoy it?
No, I didn't not enjoy it. I was just neutral to it.
All right, that's fair. Let's talk about Roback, do some listener emails, and we'll get out of here. Roback, Dave, obviously they got the active wear. The guys over at Roback, they've been sending us their performance polos and their quarter zip pullovers.
A big fan of the
for a
performance.
while.
I wear them. They fit nicely.
Yeah, it's got a great fit, a good feel. Like, it's hard to find better performance apparel than that, you know?
Why will this be your go-to tee? Do you know?
Why would this be my go-to
Yeah,
tee?
because it stretches 4 ways. So don't expect this tee to slow you down on the courts or in the gym. That's why. It gets softer with every wash. That's why.
Exactly. There is a small e-commerce company. They believe in giving back as they grow. Roback couldn't ignore how Barstool and the Barstool Fund are stepping up to help save other small businesses. So through the end of the week, if you use code Dave on Roback.com, not only will you get 10% off Roback's apparel, but Roback is going to donate 50% of all profit
Wow.
from sales using that code to the Barstool Fund.
That's great. I love everyone stepping up. It's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see, Eddie.
It's great. That's 10% off all Roback performance polos, Q-zips, tees, vests, hoodies, and hats with code Dave on RHOBACK.com. 50% of all profits from the code through the end of the week will be going towards the Barstool Fund to help save other small businesses.
Eddie, it's
All right.
fucking beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You're in a chipper mood today. What do you've been?
I'm excited
You've
about
been doing
Michigan.
well, right?
I'm excited about Michigan.
All right. So listener emails, and we'll get out of here. Like I said, Dave Portnoy show at barstoolsports.com if you want to get one in. Barstoolsports.com. That's like the key word there. Make sure you type in at barstoolsports.com. This one's from Catherine. Hey, Dave, big fan. Just wanted to know if you could share the following history about you and Twitter and the blue check mark.
So I don't have a blue check mark. I didn't have a blue check mark, and I probably had a couple 100,000, 300,000 followers. Clearly should have been verified. So I think the Super Bowl was in San Francisco, so I stormed into Twitter headquarters and demanded to speak with the verification department to try to demand a blue check mark. The cops or police, I forget who, showed up, and I had to mention that Peter Chernin, who bought us, was on the board of Twitter. So I'm like, it's okay. He's on the board. And they just escorted us out of the building, and we never got the blue check mark. And now I refuse to get the blue check mark because fucking anybody can get it. I mean, this whole company has it. Like, when the dog has the blue check mark, I'm out.
Have they reached back out and been like, hey, are you like?
No,
you
they
still
don't
want
like
it?
Twitter. Don't like me.
No?
Someone told me once Jack Dorsey specifically didn't like me because I
Really?
maybe said something about his girlfriend. I don't know if I'm making that up. I thought I was told that she was smoked. I don't know. I could be making that up.
When you were heavy into Twitter stock, are you still on Twitter stock?
No.
No. When you were heavy into them, you used to fucking lay into
Yeah.
Twitter a lot.
Correct. Yeah.
Is Gads still there?
Yes.
Wait, is there anything on that, Gads? Like, do they bring it up ever or no?
Nope, they never bring it up.
Interesting. This one's from Eddie, but it's all, you kind of answered it, I assume. What are you most excited about that Stoolies may not be aware of that's coming for Barstool next? Obviously, don't need to let the cat out of the bag, but just a little hint to keep the people fired up.
Yeah. I mean, we have. It's a big year for the sports book. I'll be very focused on that. Got some stock stuff coming down the pike. Just working, grinding, that type of shit.
This one's from John. Does Dave ever break out the finger blast that he showcased at the AVNs? Is he still the undisputed finger king?
You know, that clip obviously is an HOF. That's not practical in the real world, I don't think. Like, that was a doll. That was more athletics than like actual real life. Yeah, no. I mean, my body was positioned like, no, I that's not like something that I break out in the real life. That was just sports.
That
Like
would
you
be-
say, hey, there's a record, I'm going to try to beat it. I'm going to go as hard as I can.
And do people want to know, do you think, obviously going back in time, you think you're going to close that deal with, I forget what the porn star's name was.
No, I tried.
Was it Luna?
Yeah, Luna.
You
She
tried?
Yeah, pretty much. Which one are we talking about here? The one I dirty talked or the other one?
Yeah, I'm going to stick my...
Oh, that was a different one.
Oh no, that I never tried. That was all for show.
Was it? Do you want, I mean, would you go back to the well? Can we do, you want to do the DM game, or are you not interested anymore?
I don't even know what her name was.
Do you remember, Paul?
No, I don't offhand.
I thought it was Luna Star.
Luna Star is the one with the ass.
Luna Star was not the one I was dirty talking. Luna Star was a different one.
I forget which one it was. All right. Last one here. Johnny, can you give us a broad description of Barstool's revenue breakdown?
Sure. Merch, direct sales, remnant advertising, events. It's probably pretty. That's about it.
What's like the big thing, like podcast?
Podcasts.
Ads, or-
Yeah, podcasts. I get that is just direct ads or remnant ads. Those fall in. They're all big. They're all They're all. I don't think we're like skewed one way or the other, and it constantly morphs depending. Like with Corona and COVID, advertising budget shrank. Our revenue in merch went up.
All right, Dave. That's it. That's all we got.
Okay, I'll do the next show from Michigan.
All right, everybody. If you're in Michigan, go download the app. Get going this weekend. What was it again, Dave? Every dollar they put in. And
So
that they
every
gamble-
dollar for first-time deposits in Michigan, and you can deposit now, but you can't bet till Friday. So as long as whatever you deposit in your first-time deposit, you wager this weekend, Penn will take that amount and match it and give it to the Barstool Fund to support local small business in Michigan. Huge offer. I think we can raise $5-10 million.
A shit ton. Probably
Yeah.
a shit ton. Yeah. Elio's going this weekend.
Yep.
All right, I gotta go. All right, then. That's it for today, everybody. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week sometime.